Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you are well, or good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time it is with you and when you are watching. This is the Business Wealth Show. Thank you for joining me today for this installment. And today being Wednesday, as we are recording this, it is Wealth Wednesday. So if you are watching, give me a hashtag Wealth Wednesday in the comments. I would love to see that come through. So do pop hashtag Wealth Wednesday in the comments for me if you are tuning in today. And like I say, thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Scott. Lovely to see you, Scott, who I just spoke to as a client. So it's lovely to see you on this live stream as well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Annette Ferguson. I am CEO of Annette & Co, UK-based accounting firm. I am a chartered accountant, certified profit first professional and financial strategist. And I help business owners take home lots more money from their business for them and their families to enjoy. And I can see a Wealth Wednesday coming through in the comments. Yay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Charles, lovely to see you on. I have not seen you on for a long time. It is lovely to have you in the comments, Charles, once again. Thank you for joining me. And good morning, Nikki. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. It is lovely to have you on board. So what am I talking about today? I am speaking about 3 sources where I get my inspiration from. So that is what we are covering off today. So give me a thumbs up, give me a hearts, give me all the what's it called? Facebook, what are they called? I don't know. Reactions. That's it. If you're on Facebook, give me some reactions. If you're on Periscope, give me some hearts. If you are on YouTube, give me some thumbs up. I would very, very much appreciate it. There we go. I can see some coming in. Thank you so much for that. I do very much appreciate it. So 3 sources of inspiration that I take is what I'm going to share with you today. And this is kind of inspiration that I take for my content and for the work that we do as well, in terms of bolstering up the work that we do with people as well, and where I can find big places to support people further. So 3 sources. The very, very first one is from my clients. I find massive inspiration from my clients in terms of being inspired by what they achieve, but also providing inspiration for me for further content and further ways to help and support my audience as well. So in the questions that clients ask, I can get insights into things that other people might ask, and I can produce content on it. But like I said, I also find massive kind of personal inspiration and motivation from the amazing work that our clients do out in the world, whether that is if they are, impacting other people's lives, whether that is the work that they do to support their own families, whatever that is. I find that incredibly interesting and incredibly inspiring as well at the same time. Good morning, Justine. Lovely to have you on. I appreciate you tuning in. Good morning, everyone. It is lovely to have you on board. So that is number 1, my source of inspiration. My first source of inspiration is my clients, both when it comes to just being inspiring, listening to their stories, hearing what they have achieved and are achieving every single day, because every single person is achieving every single day, even if they might not feel like it in the moment, they absolutely are. And so I love hearing that. And also, as I said, for content as well. So that is number 1. Number 2, the second place that I get inspiration from are listening to podcasts. I love listening to podcasts. I don't get to listen to them quite as much as I would usually do when we are in a lockdown situation, because typically in kind of normal times, if I'm going into the office, I'll listen walking to the office and walking back again, and I'll be kind of out and about more, and I'll have headphones in my ears when I do that. But I do at the moment listen to podcasts when I exercise, when I run, doing those things so that I can get that inspiration. And again, from listening to podcasts, what I find is I don't just find inspiration for me personally and my own motivation. I also find inspiration for producing content. So I will listen to something and I'll think, oh, I have a view on that. I have a take on that I can share and use it that way. So I would be remiss if I did not mention that, of course, we do have our own podcast, Uncover Wealth Radio. So if you've not subscribed to Uncover Wealth Radio and whichever podcast app you listen to, please do make sure that you come and subscribe there. You just need to put Uncover Wealth Radio into your podcast app and you should find us. We are pretty much on most podcast apps. We are in, iTunes, the Apple Podcasts. We are also on Spotify, Stitcher, Heart Radio, all the places. So do make sure that you come and subscribe to Uncover Wealth Radio as well. If you are not already subscribed there, I would love to have you over there too. But other podcasts that I also listen to very regularly and get inspiration from and love to listen to. I'm going to bring up their names so that I don't butcher their names. So one big one that I listen to a lot is Kelly Roach's podcast. Kelly Roach is my coach and mentor. She hosts the Unstoppable Entrepreneur Show is what her podcast is called. Another one that I love listening to and enjoy listening to is the Gary V Audio Experience by Gary Vaynerchuk. And the third one that I listen to all the time is, what is it called? It's called the Life Coach School podcast by Brooke Castillo. They are my three favorites. I'm actually in her Self-Coaching Scholars program as well. So, and as part of that, she's a private podcast, which is really, really good as well. But they are my three ones that I dip into and listen to as well. And like I said, make sure you tune into Uncover Wealth Radio too. That is, of course, going to be my fourth podcast recommendation for you when it comes to sources of inspiration, when it comes to gaining knowledge and motivation and insight. So that is that's my second source. So clients being number one and podcasts being number two. I like podcasts more than I do video because it's much more portable. My screen can be off and I can be cooking or I can be walking and I don't need to be focusing. So that's why I like that as well. Oh, good morning, Douglas. It's lovely to see you. Douglas is saying, doing profit first, just started our journey with your help. Absolutely, Douglas. I'm excited for what that holds for you as well. It's going to be a fun time getting all that working for you. So my third source of inspiration that I have they come from the tiny everyday situations, a conversation with my kids or my husband, overhearing something, spotting something when I'm out and about. I find, these little moments that sometimes we can really take for granted can also be incredibly inspirational. Watching my children learn. My daughter is so keen on learning. She said last night when she went to bed, and she's only 4. She's not started school yet, but she's so keen on wanting to learn to read and write. And she said last night, I don't want to play tomorrow. I just want to do my work all day. Now, by do her work, she means like practicing her letters and her numbers and those kinds of things. I find that kind of thing incredibly inspirational to me. That she has that drive and motivation, and we can see these things in little glimpses in our everyday lives. And sometimes we can just bat over them and not be present with them. And being present with them can be a challenge in itself because we have so much going on. But if we can find those glimmers, those sources of inspiration just in our everyday moments. And those can be incredibly rewarding to notice and incredibly rewarding to focus on and be sucked into in that moment as well. And again, can be used for our own motivations at other points in time and our own inspiration at other points in time, but also can be used in things like our content and our inspiration for that type of thing too. So those are my 3 sources of inspiration that I have. Number 1, my wonderful clients. Number 2, podcasts. Remember to tune into Uncover Wealth Radio if you're not already subscribed. And number 3, are tiny glimmers, are everyday situations, those chinks that we can see every day around us. Spotting those, being present with those, and noticing those. Those are my 3 sources of inspiration. So I would love to know in the comments where you take inspiration from as well. I would love to hear what that looks like for you, and where, you know, what situations or what where you get inspiration from, both either for yourself personally or for, you know, content or those kinds of things. So I would love for you to share that with me in the comments too. That would mean a lot to me, and I think it would be great for everyone else as well to get ideas about where they can get inspiration from as well. So do feel free to share that in the comments to this session as well. You are, of course, watching the Business Wealth Show. The Business Wealth Show happens 7:30 a.m. weekdays, currently, subject to change when my kids go back to school, but currently 7:30 a.m. weekdays. We have the Business Wealth Show. Wherever you are currently watching it is where it happens every single weekday. Tomorrow we have Strategic Chats. Strategic Chats is my open Q&A session, which means any questions that you have, you can ask them in that session. Just come in the comments, ask your questions, and I will happily answer those. They could be about your business or indeed about my business, and I am happy to answer those questions. So that is what is coming up 7:30 a.m. tomorrow for Strategic Chats. Same time, same place. I would love to see you there. Do, of course, remember to mark in your diaries that every 7:30 a.m. weekdays, I am live. I would love to have you on each day so that I can chat with you and share with you as well. Now, as well as the lives that happen wherever you are watching, I am also now hosting Clubhouse rooms at midday weekdays. I won't be on today because I am on a course all day today, but tomorrow I will be back midday. The Clubhouse room is called Profit Strategies, and we cover a different profit strategy every day. So I would love for you to come in there, join the conversation. Everybody gets to speak. It is a collaborative environment. So I would love for you to join me for that, as I say, midday UK times on Clubhouse. My Clubhouse name is Annette Fergs, ANNETTEFERGS. So make sure you come and follow me. Select always so that you know when the room goes live. And that way you can come and join those rooms, as I say, on middays. Weekday middays is when it's happening. Scott is suggesting some other great podcasts. Jamie Masters, Eventual Millionaire. Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoy Jamie Masters as well. I have a client who's on one of her high-level programs, actually. Jamie really knows her stuff. Tony Robbins, yeah, absolutely. And My Two Girls. I've not heard of that one. I'm going to check it out. Oh, that's your two girls are your inspiration, not a podcast. There we go. I wasn't even thinking there. Your two girls are your inspiration. Yeah, absolutely, Scott. I feel the same about mine as well. And Douglas has a question for tomorrow. Can a business invest in cryptocurrency? If so, what are the tax implications on earnings? I will cover that tomorrow, Doug, on Strategic Chats. Great question. One of my team will note that down, and we will make sure that we cover that on the session. Michelle is saying, thanks for the advice. Love the camera quality. I appreciate that, Michelle. I use a SLR plugged in, a mirrorless SLR that I have plugged in. It's a Sony Alpha 5100. Many people ask what camera I am using. So that's how we get the camera quality there. Although I have a little glitch that I haven't yet worked out how to turn off autofocus. So every so often it might just go a little bit fuzzy. I just need to watch a YouTube video on that, and I have not done it yet because, you know, to-do lists are as long as our arms. So thank you. I appreciate that though, Michelle, very much. Thank you for that. Excellent. So I think that is everything that we have coming through. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. I know your time is incredibly precious, so thank you for spending some of it with me as well. As I said, we'll be here for strategic chats tomorrow, and Doug, I will make sure that I cover off your question for that. Any other questions for strategic chats, you can either put in the comments here, you can message one of my team, or you can hop on strategic chats on the day and ask in the comments. Lots of options open to you there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me on the Business Wealth Show today. And I look forward to seeing you all same time, same place tomorrow. Take care, everyone.